Welcome back folks to yet another video here on the channel, and you know what time of year it is. It's March, and in March it's game collection time here on the channel, where I show all of my games that I own. So without further ado, let's get started. So first off, we have Pokemon Y for the Nintendo 3DS, and yeah, honestly, I'm just really glad that I own this game, since it's a game that I really wanted to have in the collection. And then we have Lego Chima, Lavelle's Journey, also for the 3DS. And honestly, I just really think that these cartridges is extremely cool. The ones for 3DS, and then we obviously have the different language there. And I just, if I get any of these games that have like this, I just think it's a real funny addition to it. I just think it's not funny. No, not funny. You know what I mean. I'm sure you know what I mean. But the next game, as we can see here, is Lego Ninjago Droids, my last game for Nintendo 3DS, and as you can see, it's still in the plastic it came in. So yeah, I don't really plan to open this one, but there it is. And this is also a game I wanted to have for a while. But now let's get on to the Wii, and the first Wii game on the list is Wii Sports, which we have the discs here. Honestly, I'm personally prefer discs over cartridges, so yeah. But here, as we can see, 4 different languages. Nothing new really. And then we have Gormiti, Lords of Nature, and yeah, discs there. Really quick look through in here just to see. Honestly, this is a game that I actually enjoy playing, and can recommend getting if you want to have a good game to play. This is definitely one of them that I can recommend. Then, next up, World of Zoo. I've not played this one in a long time, but it's one of them games I can recommend if you want to play a calm game. So yeah, and as you can see up there, you can be up to 4 players in this game. And next up, we have Lego Harry Potter, years 1 through 4. So yeah, discs right there. Somewhat a cool disc, but yeah. And then we have this. Yeah, I really like that back of this one. And then we obviously have all these very nostalgic, what can I say? And then a classic Lego game, 2 players. And this is one of them classic games that, in my opinion, I think everyone has, or at least the very least played. Then we have Wii Classic, Mario Kart Wii. This is like a classic Wii game. So yeah, little manual check. That's sweet. And then we also have this Mario, Luigi, and Toad and Bowser here. So yeah, this is somewhat good. I mean, not really. I don't really have much to say about Mario Kart Wii, other than if you're into racing, and it's a good game to get, and I honestly think that it's worth getting this game as well. If you just want to play a video game and you don't know what to play, this is one of them games that's good for that, to just play. And then we have Super Mario Galaxy 2. This game, I'm dead certain on that. I'm so certain on that this game hates me. Like, I actually am really certain on that. So, yeah, this game has like the Star World, which is the final one, and let's just say this game is extremely difficult, and it's not really that. It's not one of the easiest games out there on the Wii, but I mean, it has a decent story. It's like the classic Mario story. You play as Mario to save Peach from Bowser and all that. But all in all, I think it's a good game. But I'm very certain on that the game really hates me. This is also a classic on the Wii, from what I think. New Super Mario Bros. Wii. I honestly think that this has quite a cool disc, this game, and then obviously the manuals. This is like just something I do for a little fun with these games. If they have one, I just check the manuals. So yeah, Mario Bros. Wii here is a game that I think is like, it's one of those games that's medium in my opinion. And yeah, I mean, it's hard at times to clear a level and all that, but yeah, I think it's all in all a good game. And the game that I just showed was Wii Sports Resort, which is just an extension of Wii Sports. Don't really have much to say about Wii Sports, other than that that's like the closest thing I get to sports, since I'm not one of those who really play any sports really, other than like video games. Family Game Night is up next year. I don't really have much to say about it, since I don't really play it that much. Then after Family Game Night, we have Narnia Prince Caspian, and I have played this game, but I don't remember much from the game, other than that I think it's a good game and well made. And after Prince Caspian, we have Okami, which, oh god, this game is beautiful. It's extremely well made, and it's just really pleasing to look at this game. And I mean, just take a look at this disc. How good looking isn't this disc? But either way, I really think this is a game that is worth getting. Next up is Ben 10 Alien Force, the first one. So as we can see, we have Humongosaur, Swampfire, Spider Monkey, I don't remember that guy's name, and then we have Big Chill. But either way, don't really remember, have played this game, but don't remember much from it. which is gonna be a common theme. And that's actually the same with the next two games, Ben 10 Ben 10 Alien Force Wheeljack's Attacks and Ben 10 Omniverse. So as we can see here, Wheeljack's Attacks, quite nice disc. Then just a little control stuff with promotions on the back for toys. So yeah, don't really remember much from this game other than that it's a bit difficult at times, but good. And Ben 10 Omniverse, don't remember like anything from this game, to be honest. And then as we can see here, we have DVDs from Ultimate Alien, Escape from the Egregor, The Ultimate Ending, Power Struggle, The Return of Heat Blast, and The Wild Truth with Wild Mutt there, then Heat Blast. Yeah. Honestly, don't really have much to say about this game since I don't remember much from it. And then here we have Feedback, Diamond Head, and I don't remember that guy's name. Yeah, next up is Dewey's Adventure, which is actually quite a hard game. So yeah, I haven't played this game in a while. More like, haven't played this game in a long time. But from what I remember from this game, it's quite difficult. Then we have Megamind, Mega Team Unite. Have not played this game in quite a while, but from what I can remember, it's a decent game. And then we have promotion, I think, for the DS game Megamind the Blue Defender. Yeah, as I said, I don't remember much from this game other than it being decent. So yeah, and then we have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Smash Up, which is actually one of my favorite fighting games. Like, this is a game that, in my opinion, is really worth getting if you're a fan of the Ninja Turtles. If you're a fan of fighting games, this is a win-win. It has both turtles, it's a fighting game. What more could you want from this game? And it even has a decent title, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Smash Up. So yeah, let's just move on from that game and go on to Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga, which just includes the first two games, which is the prequel trilogy and the original trilogy in one. So yeah, here we have the disc, and honestly, I think this is a game, quite a good Lego game. Not my favorite, but it's definitely up there among some of the best. And I've almost completed that game on the Wii as well, since I only have it there. And then we have next up is Lego Indiana Jones, The Original Adventures. As we see here, I think this is like a promotion thing on the background for the movies. And as we can see, just little things about the game, the settings and all that. But yeah, this game follows the movies quite good from what I can remember. And yeah, it's not really like BDSP, which we'll get to later. This is like actually good. So yeah. Anyway, the next game is Lego Batman, the video game. This is like one of the best Lego games in my opinion, and in my opinion here, this between the Lego Batman trilogy, this game is the best in my opinion. And then in second place comes Lego Batman 3 Beyond Gotham and Lego Batman 2 DC Superheroes, which is here. It comes in third place due to the extremely annoying and difficult flying mechanics within the game. So yeah, as we can see, but overall I think this game is decent. It gets a 4 out of 10. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not really that good. But and here we have Super Smash Bros. Brawl, which I have not played in I don't know how long, but either way, it has a Smash disc, which I think is quite cool, and yeah, we see a little moves and stuff like that here, and obviously here we have some of the character stuff, but from what I can remember, this is really good, and this is like one of the good fighting games. So yeah, and then next up is Bakugan Defenders of the Core. This is an amazing game, really worth getting. And that's just all I'm gonna say is this is one of the best video games that I've ever played, and it has an amazing story. All of the Bakugan, which is like my favorite part of this franchise. And then we have Beyblade Metal Fusion with Counter Leon there. Don't really know why. If let me know in the comments if this whole thing, if there's in which order this game comes in the game series. But either way, this is a game that I find really fun to play, and honestly, I can recommend it too. It has like very fun like collection system, and then obviously the customization system for the Beyblades is also very cool. In my note that this is all my opinions. And then next up we have the Skylanders games on the Wii, Spyro's Adventure and Giants is the first two games, and I think that they are like the best games in like the series. From note though that I have not played the regular version of Superchargers due to me not having a PS3, and I have not played Imaginators either due to me not owning the game, since you know I don't own it. But either way, I think that Giants and Spyro's Adventure is like the best games from these 5 that I've played, due to them being simple and them being like the first 2 games in the series. So yeah, and I honestly just had a really good time with playing these games. And then we have Swap Force, as you saw. I think it's decent, but it's meh. It's meh. It's in the middle on a scale. Then we have Trap Team, which I find which was my first ever Skylanders game, and I forgot that one. But yeah, I think Trap Team is a very good game. I think Trap Team is a good game. It's above Swap Force, but below Spyro's Adventure and Giants. One thing I really liked about this game was that you could capture the villains and play as them. But one downside about this game is that the cores don't really have any value in the game, really. So yeah, that's kind of sad. And then we have Superchargers Racing, which is just your typical racing game, but with Skylanders. So and I think that it's a very good game, actually. Not very good. I think it's a good game and a game worth playing at least once or twice. So yeah. And next up we have now we just gotta move these games to get to like the game that was going to get, which is Skylanders Superchargers for the Wii U. Yeah, as I said, I have not played the regular version, and I got this version of the game, so I could get Donkey Kong and then also like have a game on the Wii U. And next up is the Switch games in my collection, which is we start with Minecraft. This one doesn't really need an explanation. Very creative game, and as you can see on the cartridge, it's somewhat used. I've played this game quite a bit on the Switch. Don't really have anything to say about it, since everybody basically knows Minecraft. And then Lego Harry Potter collection. I think it's a good game. The remaster. It's two classic Lego video games on remastered, which I think this is actually worth getting if you don't have like the ones for the original games. And even if you have the games, I think it's worth getting anyway, so you have like these games. But either way, next up is Super Mario Maker 2. And yeah, I think this is one of my favorite Mario games. But it has its downsides, but it's a Mario game that I really like. And now we have come to Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, as I've said before on Lego Indiana Jones, that game. This, from what I've seen, Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl is like only remastered, not remastered, just remakes of the original Diamond and Pearl games, and I have not played the original 3DS, not DS games of Gen 4, since I don't have a DS nor those games. So yeah, but I think it's somewhat decent anyway. But one thing that I really am bothered with in this game is that the Elite Four is so difficult to deal with, to like fight. They're fully competitive, and I don't really like that. So yeah, next up anyway here is new Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. Good game. Don't really have much to say, other than like, if you want a good Mario adventure on the Switch, get this one. And it includes both New Super Mario Bros. U and New Super Luigi U, which is a plus. And then we have Shining Pearl, exact same thing as Brilliant Diamond, so I don't really have anything else to add on to this game. But yeah, next up is Lego DC Super Villains. This is one thing that I really like about this game, is the fact that the villains are given the spotlight and they're like the heroes in this game. They're still villains, but they are heroes in their own rights in this game, and I find it a very fun game to play. Lego Jurassic World, have not played this game in don't know how long, but from what I can remember, it's a good game, or at the very least a decent game. Yeah. Pokemon Legends Arceus. This is like easily one of my favorite, and if not my favorite Legends, my favorite Pokemon game that I own. And as we can see here, if you have a Sword and Shield, and a Brilliant Diamond or Shining Pearl, you can get Shaman and the Darkrai in Legends Arceus. You just need save data from the games, if I remember correctly. Either way, very fun game, worth getting, better than Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Next up, Jurassic World. No, not Lego Jurassic World, Lego Worlds. Your classic Lego game. This is like, you just build, wreck. Don't really have anything to say about this game, other than decent, and get it if you want. Next up is another Pokemon game, which is Pokemon Shield. I think this is a game. This game is decent. Like, it's not my favorite. It's not the best, but it's definitely not bad. I would place it in like the middle on the scale. I mean, it has some cool Pokemon, and this is definitely my favorite of the two legendary doggos in this game. And it has a decent story, decent DLC. I don't really have anything else to say. Next up is another Pokemon game, which is Pokemon Scarlet. And as we can see, I got this when this game first came out, the day after the Charizard event. But either way, I think this game is decent. I do like the open worlds in this game, but I honestly enjoy the traditional Pokemon more, to be honest. But I'm not gonna deny it. It is a decent game. It has decent DLC, but one thing that really bothers me in this game is Nemona. I really don't like her. You can change my mind. Some of you might like her, I don't. End of discussion. But either way, I do think this is a decent game in the end, and I do think it's worth getting if you want to catch them all. It's worth getting. Next up is Minecraft Dungeons Ultimate Edition. Haven't played this game in I don't know really how long, but either way, I do think it's a decent game a good game from what I can remember. So yeah, and it is a Minecraft game, uh, and I think it's a very cool concept it has. So yeah, don't really have anything else to say there. Next up is Bakugan Champions of Vestroia. I don't remember this game that much since it's been, I don't know how long since I've actually played this game. And yeah, so I can't really say anything about it since it's been quite a while since I've played it, and I haven't played that in a long time, so I don't really remember the story. But next up, anyway, is Pokemon Sword, and it's the same thing that I said about Shield. And next up, we have Super Mario 3D All Stars. We have the three classic Mario games on here on the Switch. Where so, as we can see, we have Super Mario 64, which originally came out to the Nintendo 64, Super Mario Galaxy, which originally came out to the Nintendo Wii, and Super Mario Sunshine, which I think came to GameCube, or I don't really remember where Mario Sunshine came out to. So yeah, I think this is a good game, good games. I haven't started playing Sunshine yet, but the one thing that bothers me about this, right, is that the price on this has skyrocketed. I bought this somewhat cheap when I got it, but either way, I think it's really worth getting if you find it at a good price. It's worth getting. So next up, Lego Incredibles, which I think is like yeah, I mean, it's like your classic Lego game, but based on the Incredibles movies, the two movies, and I mean, I don't really remember much of the game, to be honest, but I do think it's a good game and somewhat worth getting if you're really into Lego games. Then we have Pokemon Violet. Same, I mean, it's the same opinions as on Scarlet, so I don't really need to say anything more about that. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Don't know how long it's been since I've played this game, but either way, it's been a long time. Don't really remember this game that much, but what I do remember is that I think it's good and worth getting. If you find it, I recommend you to buy it, but that's just my opinion. Spyro Reignited Trilogy. This is 3 games in one. Have not played it in a long time, so I don't remember much about it. Then we have Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I mean, I enjoy this game somewhat, and I think it's worth getting if you like racing. And then we have Hunt Down. Started playing this game a while back, and I think it's a good game, like a good bounty hunter game. If that's, and I think it's worth getting if you find it at a good price. But yeah, we have only 4 games left on the Nintendo Switch, and the next one is Minecraft Legends Deluxe Edition. Have not played this game in a long time, but I do think that it's a decent game from what I can remember. So yeah, and it's a Minecraft game. Don't really have much to add to that. Next up is Lego Marvel Superheroes, and this one, it's like just annoying to play, really. I mean, it has a decent story, but it was really poorly made in this game, and it just didn't really. It's just a huge mess, this game, and the reason I have not played through this entire game on the Switch, but I have played it through on the PS4. So yeah, that's why I can say that. And next up is another Pokemon game, which is Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. And I'm just gonna say it, I personally really liked Let's Go Eevee. And let's be real, there's only one rare Pokeball you can use to catch Mewtwo. The Master Ball. That's like the only real Pokemon. The only real Pokeball you can catch it in. I mean, obviously you can use whatever Pokeball you want, but personally it's Master Ball on Mewtwo in my opinion. And the last game, Switch game, is The Legend of K Anniversary, and I think this is a really insanely good game, and I think it's worth getting. I mean, it has an engaging story, and it has a cool cat guy. So yeah, I think it's really worth getting. And next up is actually my PS4 games. And we begin strong with the Batman Arkham Collection, which includes the all three games. Premium edition of Arkham Knight, which is a full game download, Batman Arkham Asylum, and Arkham City. I think Arkham Asylum, really good. Have played through this entire game. Arkham City, good. Have not played through this entire game yet. Arkham Knight, can't say anything because I haven't played the game. Injustice 2, Legendary Edition, good game. It's a good game, good story, and I think it's a decent fighting game with a good DLC characters like the Ninja Turtles, Raiden, Hellboy, Darkseid, Enchantress, and Red Hood. I mean, strong DLC characters and a decently strong roster. And on the topic of fighting games, we have Mortal Kombat X, PlayStation hits, and yeah, those two were not hits, but either way, here we have Mortal Kombat 10, this is the 10th game in the series, and I think it's a good game, and it has a decent roster. And yeah, this is you're just in the Mortal Kombat for the fighting, am I right? And the next game is actually Mortal Kombat XL. So as we can see, we have some strong DLC characters like Boruto, Leatherface, Voorhees, Triborg, and then we also have Alien and Predator. So all in all, it has quite a strong roster of characters. And then in the main roster, I think it is that Goro is either. I think that Goro is in the main roster of characters. Don't blame me if I'm wrong. But either way, I think it's worth getting, like, XL first, so you have, like, the DLC characters. Next up is Horizon Zero Dawn Complete Edition, PlayStation hits. And yeah, I think that this is a good game, and I have not played it in quite some time. And now we're just gonna try and fix up that, which I did beautifully. But either way, I think this is a good game, beautiful graphics, engaging story, worth getting. So yeah, next up is we go back to Mortal Kombat, and it's Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate. As we can see here, we have Terminator, we have guest characters like Terminator and Rambo, and then we also have Spawn and the Joker. Like, how cool ain't that? I mean, we got Spawn, Joker, we got Terminator, Rambo, RoboCop. And then I think the story is good as well. And then, what is it? DLC is decent. And next up here is what I was talking about earlier on Lego Marvel Super Heroes 2. As we can see here, I do have the Marvel collection on this console. So yeah, Marvel Super Heroes, really great. Avengers, it's the first Avengers movie, and Age of Ultron that it's based on. Good. And Marvel Super Heroes 2, huge mess. Don't go for the platinum, which I have to do eventually, just to get the rest of the trophies to get the platinum on this game. But either way, I think this game is like, this is worth getting, like this collection. You get 3 games in one. So yeah, if you find it for a good price, get it. I recommend that you get it. And next up is actually God of War Ragnarok. I have not played this game through entirely yet, but I think it's a good game, and I really enjoyed playing it. Hello, can you just focus? So yeah, but either way, I think that God of War Ragnarok is worth getting. And speaking of God of War, the next one is God of War 3 Remastered PlayStation hits, and this is a game that I have finished, and this is a masterpiece, if we put it like that. It has a very well crafted story, and I really did enjoy playing through that entire game. And I just realized that as I was talking about the third game, I forgot to show those discs. But either way, this is something that I really did enjoy playing. And then we have Elden Ring, which I have not finished yet. And yeah, I have not finished playing Elden Ring yet, due to the fact that I'm at a boss that it's just really annoying. But as I said, I have not finished playing this game, but I think it's decent and could recommend getting it if you want it. And God of War and the God of War games, I could definitely recommend getting. And next up is Cyberpunk 2077, and this is a game that I personally could really recommend getting. And as you can see, there is 2 like fronts you can have on 2 different covers you could have in this on like the folder in this game, and plus that this also was included in when I bought this game. But yeah, I could really recommend getting this game. I personally think it's really good and worth the money. And then we have Hogwarts Legacy. I haven't not finished playing this game yet, and but from what I've played, I think it's a great game. and it's really like magical, if we put it like that. And I find it very intriguing. Next up, Goat Simulator. This is just a fun game to play. I don't know what I can really say about this game other than it being a funny, chaotic game that is like buy at your own risk. Like, I find it very funny to play, but also very chaotic. And we have next up is Lego Star Wars The Force Awakens. And I personally really enjoyed playing through this game, since I mean, I don't really know but I was going to say there, but I did actually really enjoy playing this game, and I think it's worth getting, even if you have like this Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, which I only need probably going to get because of the last two chapters in the saga that they have not released in a games yet, like alone, or like just like they did with the other two, released them in a trilogy. But hey, next up is Star Wars Racer Racing, which is a racing game with pod racers. Another game that's good for people who like racing games. And next up is, and also here is Star Wars Republic Commando, which is a good FPS game. And I don't really know what I'm supposed to say other than it's a good and engaging game. And next up here is GTA 5 Premium Edition. And yeah, I have not really played this game that much, but it was a premium edition, quite cheap in according to games, but either way, get it your own accord if you want it. I think I can't really say anything on it since I have not really played enough of the game. And then we have Minecraft again, but on the PS4, and it's like the same thing as on the Switch. Doesn't really need an explanation, but I'm glad that I have it. And next up here is Assassin's Creed Mirage, which is my only Assassin's Creed game, and I do think that this game is good, and I did really enjoy the story in this game, but the platinum was meh. It had a few annoying trophies, but overall I think it's a good game and worth the platinum. And next here is Untitled Goose Game, which, as you've seen on the channel recently, I've been going for the platinum on this trophy, on this game, since and the thing is, I've actually already platinumed this game once, but I thought it was so good that I decided to platinum the game again. So yeah, don't really have much to say about it other than it's like funny to play as a goose and just terrify people, and then if I'm German on the back, which is another plus. I do kind of like that. And here we have Lego Batman 3 Beyond